All right, welcome to Tarot in White Oracle, where we get into the cloud to see what we see. This is your collective, you versus them. We do one a week. If you want to deep dive deeper, we do signs on Saturday and mirror souls if you believe you're in a twin flame connection on Sundays. All right, so we're going to go ahead and dive in. While I was meditating, this is going to be your person, and this is you. So go ahead and think of your person. We're going to dive into who your person is and feelings. While I was meditating, I was hearing "Where Art Thou, Romeo?" and also there was some lyrics coming through from a song. You've never left before and you won't start now. But this was a song about God or universe, source, faith, and finding strength in your connection to source or universe or God, depending on how you want to look at it. Okay, so this is the energy that we're getting for your person. We have Lamb in the upright, followed by Stingray reversed, and Octopus in the upright. So these are two water animals, and this is a land animal. So there's a sense of your person being more in their emotions, or it's more about their emotions than it is about anything else during this week. The lamb, of course, is this animal that we look at as, on the outside, it seems, fragile or naive, timid, but there's an eternal and internal strength that it's always linked to spirit. It's always linked to its connection to spirit. And that's what I was getting in the meditation too. That spirit is always there for you, and it won't leave you, and it won't start now. So there's a sense that your person is maybe feeling more timid or more vulnerable this week. But in that vulnerability, strength is being found through connecting to spirit, connecting to the emotions. The lamb is also a creature that's very soft, right? And you don't feel like you're in danger around the lamb because they're young. So I feel also like your person is seeing life again through new eyes, younger eyes, through like they did when they were a child. Maybe they're doing inner child work is what I'm getting. Or something in trying to heal their child, their inner child, their wounds that they had when they were younger, remembering who they were when they were young. Maybe a teenager or even younger than that, I'm feeling for most of you. Something around what you believed in, how you viewed the world, what you wanted before the world corrupted you per se, or got in the way of your dreams, or ruined who you believed you were, or your connection to source, to spirit. So there's something around that going on with your person this week. It's like they're gaining some sense of naivety or youthful perspective. They have a perspective shift that's going from the corrupted world more toward innocence. It's really interesting what I'm picking up here. Okay, so then we also have our stingray in reverse. And the stingray is at the core right now of your person's energy. And this is feeling more like, a lot of times you want to put your hand into the water and touch the texture, and the texture is rough and protective. And it's like they have this rough protective wall at their core, which means that's usually what they show up as, someone who maybe has a rough exterior or texture, a wall that they put around themselves. But if you get too close, sometimes this tail can whip back and whiplash. You might experience whiplash or hurtful words, or get hurt emotionally, since this is an emotional energy through the water, when you interact with this person sometimes, because it's not in the upright. it's in the reverse. So there's a sense that even though there's a vulnerability, there's a naivety, there could even be, you know, a shift in this person's perspective internally as well, is what it feels more like. But at the core, there's still something a bit dangerous. There's still an emotional hurt, or even for some of you, it could be, you know, a heart hurt or hurtful words. And of course, if there's any hurt physically, you know, that's also possible. But remember that when you are getting hurt, in whatever form it is, to take a step back and to really consider what's going on here. And so for some of you, it may be a situation where it's best to not be in this connection. But remember to use your judgment on that, is what I'm feeling to say. But so we do have the stingray in reverse. So at the same time, it's interesting because these are opposite energies, right? And it's like one that's really naive and sweet and innocent and childlike and a return to innocence. And the other one is more of Danger Zone. The song Danger Zone is coming to my mind now, from Top Gun. If you know the lyrics, you can put them in the comments. And it's like, going toward the danger zone. So there's something interesting about the juxtaposition, the opposite energies in your person, this week. And then of course we have our octopus energy. And this is like, you know, they've got a lot going on. They're handling a lot this week. They've got one arm on work, one arm on money, one arm on, you know, their home, one arm on love, one arm on family, one arm on, they've got a lot going on, and they're handling it. They're doing it, because it's in the upright, right? It's not in the reverse. So there's a sense that their emotions are able to handle a lot this week. And maybe they're feeling more capable emotionally this week as well. We have beautiful colors on the top. We've got, I don't know if you can see them, we've got pink and orange and blue and yellow and green. So there's something about all the colors of the world, painting a rainbow. Maybe they like painting, or and this is on the mind space, right? So it's like there's a sense of understanding more about the varied colors of the world, the different variations that light shows up as, or spirit shows up as, the beautiful quality of diversity. This is on their mind space, and about how different everyone is, maybe how different you are from them even, as well. And we get that in all three of these cards. Now that I'm seeing this, I see the varied colors on the spine that go all the way down to the tail on the stingray. And we also have the varied colors in the triangle, on the lamb. So this is like a theme that came out, all the colors of the world. And again, I feel like I'm channeling that song by Vanessa Williams. There's a lot of songs coming through today. The colors of the wind. Again, you can post the lyrics in the comments if you know it. But it's a song about a Native American and Pocahontas, and the movie Pocahontas, and all the colors of the wind, and her exploration about meeting a new group of people who come to her land, right? And there's something beautiful about that's wanting to come through. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into the energy for you. What are you experiencing in this connection, or what's coming out in your energy from this connection, because of this connection? We all learn things in connection. We all grow through connections. They're a big part of triggering us as well, especially in mirror soul connections. but they also, connections or relationships as a whole, trigger us, even when they're not a mirror soul, but more so when they are. Mirror soul is another name for a twin flame or soul twin. And it allows us to see where we're strong, where we're weaker, where we need growth. Oftentimes, they're reflections of ourself, is what it is. It's parts of ourself that we need to develop more, realign more, grow in more, spiritual, emotional, mental development. All right, so we're going to go ahead and dive into your energies. So through this connection, you are feeling, experiencing, gaining insight, wisdom. So the unicorn, it feels, is another very spiritual energy. It's beautiful. You both have a spiritual energy at first coming out. So this energy is about magic, right? It's, does it exist or does it not exist? Does this dreamlike or electrifying aspect of the connection, is this real? Is this not real? There's something about fantasy versus reality in this connection, or in the emotional soul aspects that you're experiencing. There could be something very magical. This is energy about knowing that, knowing the magic, right? Knowing what's possible, even though in the world you're told this is not possible, this can't exist, you have to do this. This is a sense of breaking those barriers, like that powerful and yet graceful horse with the horn on its head rushing through the crowd, and everyone lifting their eyes up going, wow, I can't believe I just saw that. I can't believe that actually exists. This is a sense of bringing magic to the forefront, bringing a sense of your dreams coming to fruition, coming to life, making your dreams happen, or even having dreams that then happen. This is a sense of embracing the aspects of life that feel like I can't believe it, right? Because when you see a unicorn, and then if it quickly darts off into the forest, you might doubt that you've ever seen it. So there's something about this connection that's bringing that to the forefront, and it's allowing you to feel more, you might feel more magical, you might feel more graceful or powerful. This might be making you a stronger person, whether it's through getting hit by the tail and taking a step back, and you're going, wait a minute, you just stung me like the stingray, and I'm going to grow emotionally stronger from this and set my boundaries. And maybe for some of you, it's best that we're not together, depending on the situation that you're experiencing. But there's something spiritual both of you are experiencing from this. There's something about where this is allowing you to connect to the things that are more invisible, connect to the things that others, a lot of times, your logic mind might say, no, that can't be. So very beautiful that that's in your energy. It's also interesting, you both got a reversed energy right in your core. So, at the core, the Scorpio, some of you might be connecting to Scorpio, the Scorpion energy, or you might be a Scorpio. The Scorpion energy, it can be duplicitous, right? It can seem innocuous. It can seem, hey, I can just use my foot and step on it, crunch. It could seem like maybe you're more powerful than it, right? And it can also seem, innocuous, harmless, like, because it's so tiny, because it doesn't seem like it can have much force. But then when you get up really close, it could, bam, sting you. And there's something about that with both of you. I'm picking up stinging qualities from your person and stinging qualities from you. Maybe the two of you can get into fights where you're stinging each other, arguing so much you say words that hurt. Maybe you each emotionally just really can dig into each other, or you emotionally trigger each other to the core, is what I'm getting for a lot of you, especially if this is a mirror soul or karmic soulmate, karmic mirror soul. or twin flame connection, because you will definitely trigger each other to the core, even when you're not trying, even when you're not, you're trying to be nice, that will happen. And so there's something about that at the core that's going on between you two. And you both have a quality that starts with S. That's something else that's coming out. You may be connecting with someone that starts with S. Your name may start with S, or there's something about the S at the core of the sting that each of you are giving out. But I also see, this is energy for your person. This is more about the emotions. But with you, this is fire energy, right? And this is also spirit energy. This is very strong spirit energy. And this is very strong fire energy. And so this is all about, fire is about your soul, your motivation, your passion. And so this energy is also around, feeling passionate, and feeling invigorated and motivated. And, there's like that spark inside you that's boof. But for some of you, because it's in reverse, you might feel like you're lacking more motivation this week. You're lacking more passion this week. Where is your drive? Am I feeling connected? Maybe I'm not feeling as connected with this person, because at the core, we just keep triggering each other. We keep hurting each other, maybe with our words or our arguments. Maybe we can't get on the same page. And it's stinging this person's emotions, and it's stinging, you at your motivation, your drive, and it's both at your core. These energies also are life, work, and love. So this is another layer of what's coming through in the energy too. In life, overall, it's like both of you are gaining a perspective on your spirit, on your connection to spirit or source or universe, God, whatever name you want to call it. There's a sense of that connection coming through this week, deeper. And, in work, these energies are related to your work life. And so both of you might be feeling a little bit more off balance in work. Or you might be feeling like you have to lash back at coworkers or a boss, or you have to be on guard. You might feel like, you've got exactly at the tip of your tongue what you want to say to someone or about a situation or something in work, and it might sting a little bit when you say it. You know that it's going to sting a little bit, right? But these are related to work energies in the center. So there's something around that as well. But I do see the colors, all the colors coming through from life to work to love. And in your person, it's like this energy has a lot to do with love. And so they're in their emotional space in love, and they're feeling all that diversity, all that differences, all the different shades of light, of all the growth experiences, all the different shades of experience that they've had in love, is what's coming through. There's a sense of feeling maybe like they've tangled themselves up too much. I see the tangling of the tentacles around their own tentacle, and over here it's like they've tangled themselves up. They've self-sabotaged themselves. They've made it so that they've become a captive of love themselves. So they've done it in themselves. They've done it to themselves. They've taken on more they can chew. They've tangled themselves is what's coming through. So there might be something around that in the connection, or in general in love with this person, that they self-sabotage and tangle themselves up in situations where they need to gain better perspective, which I do see in their mind space. They're gaining better perspective around love, around connecting, around it's interesting. They on the octopus, you can also see each eye is on either side. It's not in the center. right? So it's like they've got one eye on this direction and one eye on this direction. Like they're watching, they're wary, they hyper fixate or focus on what's around them when they're in love, because there's concerns, there's worries, they don't want to get hurt again, wounded, and then they keep those hard walls around them. So with you, with the work, I do see there's something that fires you up. You might feel with your work that there's some sort of connection to your soul, and for some of you, you may feel really connected and happy in work, but this week might feel a little off for you. But for others, this is an indicator that you're not connected to your work. You're not happy in it. Your soul is not happy in it. And so to take a look at that, take a step back and look at that for yourselves. For this energy overall of what you're experiencing, insights you're gaining, what you're going through, and then also in love, we get the raccoon, and a raccoon is a more of a grounded earthly energy. The raccoons have families, right? So you're someone who perhaps wants a family or has a family. You're someone who is a bit more grounded, feeling like you want to ground something in love. Or that is your experience overall, and maybe you're learning whether this person is someone you can have a family with or not, or someone who will be a team player with you or not. This energy is also very resourceful. When there's no food around, the raccoon will go to a trash can, go to someone's house and take what it needs. So it feels a little Seven Swordsy to me too. Like you will do what you need to do to live, to survive. You're a very resourceful creature. And you could be strategic, opportunistic sometimes. But at the end of the day, it's like, I'm doing what I need to do to survive. And also in love, right? It's like, I'm going to take the opportunity that I need to take, the strategy I need to take in order to get what I need to be grounded, to have family, or to survive in love. And it'll vary for each of you. There's a sense of community, though. The raccoon likes community. It likes to commune. It likes to be around in a group, family. It's a community animal. But it's also an animal that likes to walk around at night, right, when it's not seen. So it can be sneaky, stealthy. It maybe likes to hide. So maybe there's something about you hiding yourself some in love and not completely showing up this week for who you are, what you want. You're not coming out of the dark into the light, so to speak. And so there's something around that as well for this week. And let's go ahead and dive a little bit deeper. We're going to get the Egyptian tarot out and dive into what your person is experiencing overall. What is your person experiencing in this connection, from this connection? Who this person is in the connection, perspectives they're gaining, insights, what their overall experience is and who they are. Because when we're in connection, a lot of times we can be slightly different with each person we're connected to, right? Because different people bring out different qualities in us. So there's something around that as well. So we're going to go ahead and dive after this into feelings, and then how your person is feeling overall and how you're feeling as well. But Let's take a look a little bit more into who is your person. Who are you connecting to? What are they going through this week? What are they experiencing this week? Who your person is. All right, we do get the Six of Coins reversed. And we get our moon energy. And let's go ahead and get one more. This is our Five of Swords and our Four of Swords. These are sticking out, so I'm going to go ahead and put those down here. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into this. So the Six of Pentacles reversed. So there's a sense that in life, your person is especially feeling this week like things aren't fair. Maybe they've been given a crappy deal. The cards they've been dealt haven't been right or fair. Or there's a sense of something not being balanced in general in life. And this is also connected to the connection. So this could be highlighting this fact. The connection itself can be highlighting the fact that maybe they can't give as much as you. Maybe they don't have as much within to give. Or maybe they feel like they're giving more to you than you're giving to them. Something feels like it's the reciprocation, the fairness of things is not met. Something is more and something is less with one person versus them. And this is coming out in their life energy. So what I'm getting is I've been given a raw deal kind of energy. It feels like they have a raw deal. For the moon energy that's coming out, and this is also in work, but also in their overall energy, in their connection to you, there's a strong sense of hiding something, hiding what they're feeling, or not even knowing what they're feeling themselves, hiding themselves in work to avoid what they're feeling, and even hiding from you, hiding their emotions from you. In this picture, I don't know if you can see, but we've got the two different dogs, and it looks like a scorpion way at the bottom. And we do have the scorpion right in the center, and we do have that scorpion showing up on this side of the energy with you in work as well. So I feel like there's a connection here. Like they're watching you at work, or they admire what you do in work, or there's something about them noticing your work or paying attention to you, what you do in work. And there's something about that being at the center of their energy right now, because this is right at the core. So that's what's coming through. So their last energy of who they are, how they're showing up this week overall in connection, and this is also in the love area. We do get the 5 and 4 of Swords. So there's a sense of wanting to heal the doubts and skepticisms, the negative thought patterns. They may have a depression or OCD tendencies. These are thought patterns that go round and round, defense mechanisms that we develop over time, doubts in ourselves, doubts and skepticism in love, in the connection, maybe even in you. But for many, I feel like it's coming from them, as it's a sense of feeling like they have doubt within themselves. And that leads to doubting love, or doubting the connection, or doubting you. And it feels like, they're wanting, this energy came out too, which is beautiful, because this is like healing, right? This is healing that energy. This is taking time to yourself, to meditate, to pray, to reconnect to yourself, to know, to rebalance these negative thought patterns. And so it's like they want to cut the cord to cut all these thoughts out of their mind space is what's coming to me. So there's, and both of these also have the eye, so there's an eye here and an eye here. So it's like they're trying to pay attention. They're trying to be watchful of what it is they're paying attention to, what it is they're thinking, how they're thinking, and taking time out to be more mindful, meditate, pray, to make some sort of change in the way that they're thinking about things. And I was picking up on that as well with the lamb. We did get that lamb energy, which was all about returning to innocence, returning to childhood, having a shift of perspective. So I feel like this energy here is related to this energy here overall. And so there's something, though, about love or connecting in general, which brings out the worst of their mind space. All those doubts, all those fears, all their lack of trust, all the skepticism, and love and connecting, bringing it to the forefront, and really taking a look at that, what they need to cut out of their mind space, how they can heal it, how they can shift their perspectives. And I feel like there's a sense of they're connecting more to their childhood, to their spirit in this shift. So for you, what I get, what you are gaining, what perspectives you're gaining, or what you're experiencing, going through, shifts you may be having, or what you're learning, how you're showing up, mainly how you're showing up this week, through all of it. And we want to get 3 energies for how you're showing up. And life and work and love all play such a significant part in our own life, in who we are and how we can show up in relationship, not just in romantic relationship, but with family, with friends. So let's see, how are you showing up? How are you experiencing things? All right, so we do get our 2 of Cups. So that is in the reverse. And we get our, 3 reversals. So let's take a look at that. So our first energy is our 2 of Cups reverse. So there's a sense of feeling like, where's my partner in life? Where is my love in life? Who is showing up for me? Why do I have to do this all alone? Feeling like you are alone. You don't have a partner. Even if you're in connection, you're feeling like this person isn't there for you. For many of you, you may be in separation of the person you're thinking about. For some of you, you may be together, but it's like, I feel like I still don't have a partner in this. Why am I alone in this? It feels like you're disconnected or disaligned from your soulmate, soul twin, soul tribe connection. And this is your overall experience in the life as well. So this is encompassing your entire life experience right now. And what I get for your next energy is your 10 of coins reversed. So there's a sense of also, where is the money? Where are my finances? Am I able to pay my bills? Am I still going to have a house next month? Or am I still going to be able to have that apartment? Do I need to change locations? There's something that feels very dislodging, very disorienting, and very like there's never enough. Why is there never enough? And it's coming from the work sector. Like, you're putting in a lot of work, but you're not getting a lot out of it. You're putting in so many hours, you're not getting enough money back. It's like, I can't work enough to get all the money that I need. And there's something unfair there. There's something imbalanced there. There's something about not having what you need to take care of the things you need to take care of. For some of you, this may also have to do with feeling like the connection itself is not working in the home space. It's like, you two are ships in night, not seeing each other, not communicating. There's, or one of you is moving out, or it's like you guys are not aligned or connected or on the same page when it comes to your home life. And And or it can also be work. Maybe your person is bringing in all the money and you have none, and you feel like something's really unfair here. Maybe they don't share with you, or you are bringing in all the money and your person is not bringing in anything. And again, there's some sort of disconnect, dislodgement, disalignment, not on the same page at home. Especially if you guys are arguing a lot or stinging each other with words, and your home is just feeling like you just, like it's just not together. It's just not what you want. It's just not happy. It's not your sanctuary anymore. So this is a strong energy about, you know, your work and your home life and your money and things not being the way that you want them to be. And so this week might feel a little hard for you. I also get the star energy in love. So this is a strong Aquarius. You may be connecting to an Aquarius. We have our moon here, which is Pisces. You might be connecting also to a Pisces. You don't have to be, but those are the two energies strongest that are coming out in the signs. But this energy is in reverse, right? So there's something that feels unhealed in love, something that needs healing, but it isn't healed yet. And this week it's very prominent in realizing that it's still a problem. It's still an issue. It still needs to be healed. Maybe therapy or self-help books or meditation more or prayer more, or something needs to be done to change this problem, to get to the root of the issue. And it's directly connected to love, and it's affecting your overall experience this week and how you're showing up. There's a sense of, you know, when this is in the upright, it's like everything's good. It's divine timing at hand. It's fated. When it's in the reverse, you know, it feels more like nothing feels right, right? Nothing feels right. Like it's not the right time, or it's not the right place, or it's not the right person, and something majorly needs to be fixed and it's not healed. So this is what we have showing up for you in your space overall experience. So we're going to go ahead and dive into our feelings next. All right, so we're going to dive into feelings, how your person is feeling overall about the connection, about you. These are surface feelings, and then we're going to dive a little deeper. Feelings that, I dropped my card. Feelings that your person is having about you. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into it. What is your person experiencing in their feelings? What is your person feeling about you, about the connection? We do get only you, so they may be focused a lot on you. There's a certain devotion, attachment, craving that they have for you, no matter what is going on between you two, what kind of separation you may be in, or what kind of problems you may be having. There's a focus on you. This one also wants to come out there, but there is also a confliction. So they're conflicted about what to do. You may be feeling like this person's hot and cold at times, or can't make up their mind, or they may be making you feel like you're an option, because this has an energy of multiple choice. And so this feels a bit like the Seven of Cups combined with the Two of Swords. It's like you know, FOMO, a fear of missing out, can't make up your mind, a conflicted person. Maybe their words and actions don't match up. But they do have a focus on you. There's something about you, about the connection. Since this came out in the first energy, that's very all about you. All right, we do get sorrow, loss, grief, depression. I was feeling that in this energy as well, and it came out in the same space, which is about underneath it all, there's some sort of quality. They may have depression that they fight with, or sadness, but there's also some sort of feeling like they've lost you, or the connection is lost, or there's some sort of sadness around not being able to spend time with you, or as much time, or to be with you, especially if you're in separation. But there's a conflict. It's like they can't resolve within them what to do about it, or to make up their, you know, mind about something in order to take an action. So when your emotions and your thoughts are in different places. It's like you're feeling like you love this person, but in your mind space, it's like you're having a lot of doubt, a lot of skepticism, and it's more like an attack of fear. Or it can be reversed. It's like in your mind space, you might be like, yeah, but I really like this person. But in your emotions, you're like, but I have no gumption, right? So it's important to come to a space where your thoughts and your emotions can be aligned, because that's when you can move forward, right? So if you're having a conflict, you might be having a conflict between emotion and mind, but you can also be having a conflict with the way you're feeling about something or thinking about something. It's like, on one hand, I have all these emotions that are positive. On the other hand, I have all these emotions that are negative. And the same can happen in our mind space. So there's an encouragement for this person, for your person, needing to maybe take a time out, maybe needing that meditation, that prayer, that therapy, that self-help book work or something to help align themselves emotionally and mentally, so that they can know what it is that they're doing, what they're wanting to move forward in their life and or the connection as well. Because it's like they can't decide something, and because of that, it's creating a sense of loss. But at the same time, the reason they have this loss is because they feel very connected to you. There's a strong attachment or devotion to you. But they may be making you feel like you're an option. They may be coming off hot and cold, trying to decide things. So let's see what you're feeling at the surface in this connection for this person. What are you feeling in this connection for this person? For the connection. All right, we do get confessions, a confessional energy. You might feel like you want to talk with this person, dig really deep down, talk about those things you haven't talked about yet. You want that your person to confess how they feel. You want to confess how you feel. Or maybe there's something heavy that you're hiding from your person that you feel guilty about that you want to share with your person. It'll vary a bit for each of you, but there's an energy coming up around wanting to express more, whatever. See, there was a hidden energy in this person, like they're hiding from their own emotions through work. And so this energy feels also connected to confessions. Like you want this person to confess. You want them to get into what they're feeling. You want to confess something. It doesn't necessarily have to be a negative thing. It could be a positive things you're hiding as well, especially if fear is around it. Like, how I really feel about you is I love you, but I'm afraid to tell you because you're acting like you do and you don't, and I don't know where I stand, you know. It can be as simple as that. Now, mind you, this also came in the life. So this area is like, this is all encompassing in this person's life. Like you play a very major part in their life overall. And confliction came out in their work area. So this energy feels more like work is a place where they hide, you know, because they're conflicted. They don't know what they feel, which is what I'm getting down here as well. It's like, I don't know what I feel. I'm hiding my feelings. I'm not in touch with what I'm feeling. And so this comes out. And there's something around work in their confliction. It's like they might use it as an excuse. Like, okay, we'll wait until work is easier and then we can spend more time and talk about things. Or I don't know if I can be in a relationship right now because I have so much to do with work. There's something around that. So let's see what else we get in how you are feeling about your person, your connection. Okay, we do have that divine feminine energy showing up. For many of you, this is a soulmate, soul twin, or a karmic soulmate, soul twin connection. I do read for soul tribes, soulmate, and soul twins specifically, so it's no surprise that it would be. So this is basically an energy that feels, again, very, very connected. You both have that energy of feeling very connected. But from your side, your divine feminine energy, and take gender as it resonates. You could be a male on this side, or a female on this side, or a male and a male, whatever resonates for you. But this is we all have divine feminine and divine masculine energy within us. So this person here, which is you, is experiencing a very strong soul connection to this person. The divine feminine part of you knows that you are connected to this person on a soul level. Like this person is on your soul path, soul journey, soul lessons, that kind of thing. Let's go ahead and dig deeper and see what else comes out. And these are just your surface feelings. Can't wait to dive a little deeper. Okay, so on the surface, what's coming out on the surface for this person, for this connection? Silence. So you may feel like you're not getting any words out of this person. Is this person stonewalling you, blocking you? Is this a chosen no contact? Maybe your person, we get frozen. Maybe your person goes into a freeze state. Freeze states can also be, you know, detached or disassociating. It might be as serious as that. But frozen is something is frozen here. Maybe your person becomes very cold. Maybe you feel like your person is hot and cold, and now it feels cold this week. So we get this energy in love. So this is specifically coming out in the love sector. So let's go over overall in life. Your energy is confession. So this is a strong energy around in life. You might just love to communicate. You like to communicate with people. You want to communicate more with your person. You know, even if like a friend vibe, doesn't have to be a love vibe because it comes out in life. You know, it's like, I just want to know what's up with you kind of thing. We do get divine feminine in work. So I feel like there's something about this connection, about this soul path, soul journey that you're on that's connected to your work. And if you're not happy, if your soul feels disaligned with what you're doing now, this week is all about really listening to that and connecting to that which makes the most sense to you on a soul level, to your emotions, to your intuition. Do you enjoy what you're doing? And if you don't, really dive into that this week, because that's coming out in the forefront for you in work. And this connection, there's something about it that brings that out in you, enabling your soul to be more heard. It's like your soul is screaming at you or tapping on your back to listen to you, depending on how unhappy you are. We also get silence in love. So it feels like overall in love sector, specifically with the person that is on your mind, there is a sense of you know, you guys are just not talking, or you're not communicating. And so there's something on pause, something on break here. So let's go ahead and dive into diving deeper. So we're going to go ahead and pull our animal energies, and we want to know what your person is experiencing and feeling on a deeper level for this connection. What is your person experiencing and feeling for you on a deeper level? What is your person experiencing and feeling for this connection on a deeper level? All right, we do get our tarantula in reverse. And so this is an energy around, this is an earth, but I also feel like this is a fire energy. And you can see that fiery reds and oranges and yellows. So, but it's in reverse, right? So the tarantula is this soft creature. Again, it's a creature that feels like it's not dangerous because it's so tiny. You can squish it with your foot. But at the same time, it has a really hard bite, right? Something stings a lot. That stinging energy is coming out again. So there's something around something painful, stinging, hurting. Like this hurts a lot. This stings a lot. This is painful. It's welting. You know, it's like a spider bite is small, but then it can grow into red and welts, and it feels a lot more serious now. So there's a sense of something feels like that for this person. They're, especially if they're being triggered, or if you've had hurtful words, or it's just as simple as because you're mirroring each other, it's like some sort of deep wound within this person is being felt that they're having to deal with, that maybe they don't ever want to deal with, which is why they hide it in their emotions, and why then their conflict comes out, because they don't even know what they're feeling. But they're trying to go through a shift of perspective. And but in their overall feelings, something really stings. And I feel like it's connected to loss and grief too. It's like um, losing you, especially if you're in separation, or the loss here feels very real. It stings them a lot. You know, imagine a tarantula crawling on top of you and then biting you. You know, it feels like that. And then once the tarantula walks away, it's like, okay, okay, we're done, I guess. We've broken up, or we're in separation, or we're in no contact, and or you're living together and it's like, okay, fine, I guess we just don't talk to each other. We're not talking to each other. There's some sort of problem. We're not getting along. We're fighting. But as time progresses, it doesn't get better. It welts and welts and welts, and it becomes this wound that needs a professional to tend to, right? So that's what's coming up. That's what this is kind of feeling like for this person. It's like it's coming to the forefront. The wound is coming to the forefront. It's not unavoidable anymore. And Black Egg, but Black Egg came in reverse. So this is a strong spiritual energy, and it's, you know, in this sector. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But this energy is very much like the energy of your voice, right? It's connected to your inner voice. It's connected to your inner truth, your authentic truth, what you know about yourself. And so it's in the reverse. So it's a sense that of also, not only is something really painful, and it feels like it's connected again. See, it came out in this sector where we were talking earlier about all those things this person hides from themselves and from you possibly too. It's like all these emotions that they are hiding, that they don't want to look at or deal with. And this energy is popping out on top of that, which is like, you know, deep down, you're not being true to yourself, or you're lying to yourself. You're lying about something to yourself. You're not listening to your voice. You're not being authentic with what you're really feeling. You're hiding. And that's what came out here. So this week is, I get really strong double energies of hiding your emotion, hiding your voice, hiding your authentic self. And it's coming out in the work sector. So it's like this person is using work to completely hide from the connection, completely hide from you, hide from their emotions, hide from what they really want, their true voice, from dealing with that. And it's leading to confliction, right? Because that's what happens when you don't look at who you are, your emotions, what you really feel, what you really think, what you really want. You end with confliction. You have to work through that. And there's a lot of welts that are being formed, a lot of something that's really painful that bit them hard, and is causing a sense of loss, grief, and maybe even depression. And it's growing. You know, that welt is growing and growing. So let's see what else we get for this person's, what they are feeling, what they are experiencing in their feeling sector. Right, spider, what's up with all this scorpions and spiders and stingrays, guys? What's going on with you guys? All right, so we do get our spider energy. And for some reason, I want to sing the song, Spider-Man, Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. This is feeling empowering, especially because it came in the upright instead of the reversal, right? And it's in love. So there's something about, again, healing here, which we also got in this energy here. It's like all of those negative cobwebs within this person's mind space that bring doubt and skepticism in when they connect in love, trust issues, you know, their demons, their cobwebs is what I'm feeling to say, the cobwebs of their mind, since it's over the mind energy too. There's a sense of, because it's in the upright, it's like this, it's being looked at, it's being worked on, it's trying to be healed, it's taking time to cut the cobwebs. This is exactly what I feel is happening in their love sector. Like they're really taking a look at all those hidden cobwebs in their mind, and how this comes out in love, in connection, when they connect with you. And there's a sense of wanting to just clean it all up and cut it all up. And you know that song, Spider-Man, Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. There's a sense of you're capable coming out, like you're doing it. They're trying. That's what's coming out in, and it comes out in the love sector here. So we do have a lot of, you know, hiding the emotions and not dealing with what you're feeling emotionally, hiding your voice, feeling a really strong, sore, you know, sense of loss or grief, something hurt a lot, or a word that was said, something is bringing pain to the forefront that they have to deal with. And there's a lot of pain and not wanting to deal with it emotionally. But in their mind space, it's like they know they need to. They know that they need to have a shift of perspective. They need a return to innocence. They know that they need healing. They know they need to heal something here. So let's go ahead and dive deeper. So I feel like there's hope for this person on this side, but you know, because we do get a lot of that healing energy, and you know, this is also working really good and building something beautiful for yourself. You know, mathematics, maybe your person's good at math, or they're good at making math, adding the math up, because the spider web is a very mathematical, artistic expression. And the spider puts a lot of work into that. So there's also a sense that your person is working really hard to make something work for them. And for some of you, it has to do with this connection itself. They're working really hard to put all the lines together so something can work here. And for others of you, this is really working hard in work itself. But that is helping them also in love to be able to feel more capable, more confident, to have more to give. And really building a net for themselves is what's coming through. There's some sort of net that can catch them when they fall, that they're building, that's helping them. And it might be coming out of the work sector, but it's helping them also to feel more support, strength, and love. So let's see what we get for deeper feelings from you. This is our weekly collective, you versus them. If you want your specific sign, please go to the Saturday. All right, we do get our shark in reverse. So this is overall in life. You know, when the shark is turned over, it falls asleep. There's like a sleep quality that happens to the shark, and this fell out in the reverse. And it feels like in life overall, it's like you're feeling really sleepy, or you have one eye open, one eye shut, or you're lacking sleep and encouragement that you need to take more time to rest, to feel more, you know, awake. There's a sense that also, though, dreamy, right? Because when you're asleep, you have dreams. And that's what we were getting in the unicorn energy too. So there's a feeling that I'm getting here where you are, maybe you're having more dreams, or you're paying more attention to your dreams, you're journaling, you're paying attention to that magic. There's some sort of connection to magic, to your soul, because you're in that dream state. You're maybe, I don't want to say half conscious walking around, but you know, instead of being in robot automatic mode, you're more like in a dreamy place. And that's what we were getting from the unicorn as well. And you know, when it's in the upright, it's like you're powerful, you're charging through, you're taking everything down that's in your path. But when it's this way, it's like, you know, you're a lot more peaceful. So this is coming out in your overall feelings. For something in this connection is bringing that out in you. You might even just be really tired of the problem that you guys are dealing with. Take it as it resonates for you. But for others of you, I feel like this connection is highlighting something from your soul, from your dream state, from your something magical that you are experiencing. Let's go ahead and dive a little bit deeper. What are you feeling or experiencing from your person or in this connection. So let's take a look at this. We do get our lizard and a peacock in the upright. So good to see a lot more upright positions, because we got a lot of reversals in this reading. So we do get our lizard, which is in work. This is all about survival, right? It's like, I'm capable, I'm surviving, I'm doing what I need to do. So, I mean, underscoring underneath, there was a sense of, you know, things are falling apart. I'm never having enough. Money is not showing up. But you know what? It's like over on top of that, deep down from this connection, because this has to do with how you feel about your person too. It's like you feel like your person's a survivor. You feel like you are surviving. You might be surviving this if this connection's really toxic and you're like, okay, I'm out of here. But for many of you, I feel like, since I do read for a higher vibration, this is just about like, there's something that connects the two of you on a primal, there's like a primal attraction, a primal feeling between you guys. And you might feel like your person is a survivor, right? Has a survivor quality. A lone wolf sometimes is also in survival mode. You might feel like your person's in survival mode, or, you know, lizards can also be cold. We get that cold energy, like your person's giving off survival mode, warrior, wounded warrior, cold energy this week. But, you know, this has beautiful colors in it as well. You know, you can see the yellow, the red, and the purple, and there's some blue and some green. And so it's like you feel like your person is these colors that came out earlier for your person is like your person is having a shift of perspective of seeing all the colors of the world. And it's like you can feel that in your person. You can feel that shift in your person. There's something about, on a primal chord, you know that your person is growing in perspectives, is having shifts in the way that they are viewing maybe life, or the way that they used to see even this connection. There's something that feels like, you know, that your person deep down, there's a lot of soul to your person. There's a lot of color to your person. Your person may have a lot of, I don't want to say personalities, but like modes or characteristics that feel like they've got layers to them. They have a lot of color to them. That's what is coming through. So this is how you're feeling overall about your person, or about the connection, what is coming through. And of course, this is in your work sector as well. So in the work sector, it feels like, you know what, there's not enough. It feels like there's never enough, but I'm surviving. I'm going to do it. This is in our love, but also overall feelings for your person. So we do get the peacock. You know, the peacock, you might feel like your person is really charming, dresses well. They know how to look good for the world or put on masks. You might feel like, you know, this week you're really noticing just how attractive your person can be physically. It's like this energy is, you know, you strut, the peacock struts, you know, they do their little dance, they strut around so that they can attract the female to them. And so there's like a sense that you feel like maybe sometimes your person puts on a show, or they know that they're letting you down, and so they have a quality of being able to dress up and draw you into them. And that's being highlighted this week. So there's something about you realizing or seeing, or your person is being more like a peacock energy, an energy that can do a dance for you to get your attention, to draw you to them. And the peacock loves attention, right? So you might feel like your person likes attention or wants attention from you. Maybe your person is really wanting attention from you this week, is what's also coming through. And this is in the love sector. So this is directly connected to maybe also the way that you feel about love in general. Like, you need to put on your best clothes. You need to dress in your best. You need to show up as your best self, even if that means sometimes you're putting on a show because you don't feel good in that moment, so that you can be attractive, so that you can be charming, so that you can have more that you are giving into a connection with someone, even when you're feeling depressed, to put on that mask of happiness, so that you can show up in love with your person and offer something, and then you guys can talk and get down to the nitty gritty of why you're feeling how you're feeling, rather than just laying in bed and turning over and not communicating and not talking, and going deeper and deeper down a depressive rabbit hole. This is like a sense of, you need to be willing to get out of bed, you need to be willing to dress up, you need to be willing to come down and talk, and draw attention to each other's energies, so that you can go from there to somewhere else and not just stay stuck wherever you are. So let's go ahead and dive into our intentions, blockages, advice, and focus on. So we're going to dive into our tarot a bit. And what is your person's intentions this week related to connection or you? What is your person's intentions? This wants to come out. We do have strength. So your person's intentions is to find that courage, right? To find that strength. This also has to do with walls. Like sometimes you can be a fortress of yourself, right? Because you're building so many walls around you. And this is an energy, maybe they're really taking a look at those walls they've put around themselves. Or maybe they're building more walls and more boundaries. But this is energy of really flexing those muscles, being strong, being brave, being courageous. And so I really feel like for most of you, this is like really taking a look at those walls that we saw some walls earlier that they've built around themselves, taking a look at what needs to be cleared out and the cobwebs, and really showing up for themselves what they want in love, in connection, in life. We also get that symbol of infinity. I don't know if you can see it on the bearer's fur there. So it's the 8 infinity. And so it's like also connecting to soul, to spirit, to know that they are eternal, and that connections are eternal. So we do get a beautiful intention energy from them. What are you intending? Okay, so you are intending to build your kingdom, to make your home life happy, to make your money come in, to make life and money work for you. You want to build your earthly structures, right? So this is your home life, this is your work life, this is family life. You want that to be strong, you want it to be secure, you want it to be stable, and you want to build that up. This is the queen, the mother, the wifey energy, the mother energy, but take gender as it resonates. Strength is also Leo. You might be connecting to Leo, and this energy is a strong Capricorn, Taurus, but take it as it resonates for you. So your intention really is to focus on those things. So let's see what a blockage and advice for your person. All right, this did fall out in the future energy. So 6 of Wands is an energy where sometimes there can be a lot of gossip or listening to what other people are saying rather than listening to your own voice. So the blockage, and this also fell out in the future energy, so it feels like it's not just for this week, but is also for next week, is that your person needs to really focus on their own voice, not on the voices around them. So let's get an advice. The King of Wands, really tap into who you are, who you know you are deep down. Again, listening to your own voice, your soul, your own motivation, your own passion. What makes you feel good? What are you passionate about? What do you want to do? What motivates you? What is your soul calling you to? Listen to that. So that is your advice. So let's go ahead and take a look at blockages that you are having this week. Star. Now we did get our star energy in reverse here. So this is your blockage. In love, you feel like something is not healed. You feel like something's not the right time, right place, right person. And so your blockage is all about that, because when it's a blockage, it's in the reverse, right? So this energy is what is unhealed, what is not right, what is not the right time, what is not the right person, what is not the right place. So this is your blockage, to really be looking at that. That's your blockage for this week. The advice is really to look at what that blockage is. Let's get an advice energy. Is this the right person for you? Is it just not the right time? Is it just not the right place? Maybe if you guys aren't living in this apartment or that home, maybe if you are in a different home or apartment. What's unhealed between you? What does this person need to work on? What do you need to work on? Are they willing to work on it? Really looking at that. So the advice, yeah, is exactly about Eight of Cups. This is, if you are not happy, move on. It will feel like loss. It will feel like grief. It will feel sad. It will sting. And you're going to be feeling that too. But if you're not happy, you have to move forward, because what's meant for you will come for you. You don't have to sit around waiting for it. You need to live your life. And as you live your life, what is meant for you will come for you. TV magic. Boop. All right. So let's go ahead and get into what you need to focus on. What should your focus be? What can your person be focusing on to help them this week? What can your person be focusing on to help them this week, in the connection, in life, in love, overcoming their blockages? So what they need to focus on is how they try to control everything, possess everything. It might even be jealousy issues. So there's something around not wanting to trust God, trust the universe, trust spirit, trust source. There's something around needing to control everything yourself. And the focus is on, again, looking at that deeper. And what are you trying to control? What are you afraid will happen if you don't control it? So there's something around there that you need to focus on. Focus. What can you be focusing on this week to help your energy in love, life, connection, overall for your own growth? What can you be focusing on? We do have the Empress. So focusing on your self-love, self-care, nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself. This is divine feminine energy. So this is what we had again right here. You get another divine feminine energy. You might be connecting again, another strong Taurus vibe as well. It doesn't have to be, but this is a Taurus energy too. So this is a strong sense of really focusing on what is working for you, what is making you happy. A reiteration of focusing on yourself, focusing on taking care of yourself, loving yourself, nurturing yourself, making yourself happy, going toward that which makes you happy. But this is also around nurturing the connection, taking care of the connection. So if you feel like this is something that you want and you don't want to let it go, this is a reminder to remember that, like a mother takes care of a child, you also have to take care of the connection. So if you're neglecting things, it's a reminder to focus on that as well. We get our star energy, which is a strong Aquarius. And of course, we said Leo. We also get our King of Wands, which is a strong Aries and Leo energy. It doesn't have to be, but these are the signs that are coming up. So thank you so much for joining. And I'll see you guys next week. And remember to like, share, and subscribe, and leave comments. And I'll talk to you guys later.